Barefaced Kylie is not giving youthful. It's too late for her because barefaced Kylie looks weird. Hey y'all, how are you doing? I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. It's me, Kim, and I'm back for another video. Everybody knows that I love to talk about aesthetics. One day in the not too distant future, I'm gonna write a book about aesthetics. I mean, truly, I'm like, all of this is research, right? And I've talked on my personal channel about the Kardashians and the physical transformation that we've seen Kim and Khloe go through over the past, I don't know, maybe about 9 months, a year or so. And I'm constantly fascinated by the Kardashians and the Jenners because so much of their fame and appeal and draw and fortune, honestly. I mean, like all of it, right? Because they don't have talent. All they have is aesthetics. And so if you are somebody like me who is just interested in how are people's bodies changing? How are people's faces changing? How are people engaging or disengaging from beauty culture? The Kardashian Jenners, they are like, it's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's so deep with them. And because I'm obsessed with aesthetics and fashion, I subscribe to the Business of Fashion. I came across this article posted on the Business of Fashion that I thought was super interesting. This says Kylie Cosmetics tries to evolve beyond the Instagram makeup era. Under Coty, Kylie Jenner's cosmetics and skincare lines have expanded internationally, but the brand that kicked off the celebrity beauty boom 7 years ago may be showing its age. So we're all familiar with this story, right? Kylie Jenner, youngest sister of the Kardashian Jenner clan, literally becomes famous because her sisters are starring in this show on E! And I think it debuts when she's 11 or 12, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I have gone back and watched a few of those episodes from the first season. And it's just that whole thing that they were doing at that time is so weird. And every single time I watch an episode of Keeping Up, you can zoom in on one of the players. You see certain things when you zoom in on Rob. You see certain things when you zoom in on Caitlyn, formerly Bruce. You see certain things when you zoom in on Khloe. Of course, she looks way different. And recently I decided, okay, let me take a second to watch the first few episodes of Keeping Up and really take a look at what was Kylie doing, what was Kendall doing. And in that very first episode, we see Kylie and Kendall, 11 and 12, playing on the stripper pole.
Guys, look what I can do. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You are a future pussycat doll. Let me
see that. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did you learn how to do that?
Hey, what's going on in here?
Oh my god.
Right? And I feel like that just really sets up the entire series for where those two youngest kids are really going to go. But with Kylie, it's just, I'm so fascinated. Okay. And so she only basically knows from adolescence on, being super famous. And she is growing up in this atmosphere, in this situation where the only thing truly that her siblings have to offer is beauty. That is what Kimberly Kardashian has given us. Kourtney, Khloe realized that the only thing that people care about for them is beauty. So she's undergone her own transformation. And so essentially, I know people don't really want to feel anything for Kylie. I get it. But I cannot imagine the kind of pressures that you are encountering when the only messaging you are getting from your family, from your older siblings, from your mother is beauty is how you get to the top. do whatever it takes to climb to the top of the beauty hierarchy. And if you are not beautiful, Rob or Chloe, you're going to be treated like shit, okay? You're going to be marginalized. And so Kylie is coming of age in that circumstance. And we see her, as the show progresses, start to do stuff to her face. And when she's 16, she gets lip fillers. You know, before that, she is overlining her lips. There's like a very classic Kylie lip look. So she's 15, 16. She realizes that she looks like a very typical young teenage white girl, but that is not the peak of desirability at that time. So she makes some adjustments, and we see her start to engage with this very typical, yeah, that's old Kylie. When is this from? 2016? Yeah. And of course, there's all of these tutorials that kind of mauve everybody. I mean, you know, all the white girls. And honestly, there were some Black girls who were doing the Kylie Jenner tutorials too. Matte face, matte lip, liquid lipstick, overdrawn. Very, the dark eyebrows. It's such a now classic Kylie Jenner look. That is her thing. That is her signature for this time. Who knows what the real story is, right? But the story that we've been fed is she is using MAC's, a certain combo of MAC lip liner and lipstick to get this. And then she comes up with the idea, hey, I'm doing this. People are into this. Everybody's recreating it. So let me make up my own thing. And then the Kylie lip kits become huge. And like how big Kylie lip kits actually got is so remarkable. When I was going back to just, freshen my memory about the Kylie lip kit era, I was coming across all of these articles about how literally they had to change the packaging of the Kylie lip kits because they had the drip that was on the boxes, like that was the signature and it was on the actual packaging. People were literally stealing the boxes because they had Kylie lip kits in them. Like people were literally getting their lip kits swiped from their front door after they were delivered. The lip kits were being bootlegged and sold on Amazon. I mean, it is wild now, 7 years later, 8 years later, to think about how huge, what a major impact that just a lip liner and matte lipstick had on beauty culture. People were bootlegging lipstick, from made by a 16-year-old, but it was huge. And so Kylie figured out her entryway into being at the top of the desirability hierarchy. And not only that, but she figured out how to monetize it. And she's actually figured it out better than big sister Kimberly. Not until recently has Kimberly's net worth caught up to Kylie's. She is the path breaker for this family. She is the innovator in learning how to exploit aesthetics for personal and professional gain. I wonder if she felt even more pressure when her sister became a model. Oh, for sure. And I even think that it was before, right? Because Kendall was talking about becoming a model way before anybody even kind of took her seriously, because I watched basically some part of every season of Keeping Up. Kendall, when she was 13, said, I want to be a model. I want to be a model. That's my dream. And initially, nobody was taking her seriously. And now people take her seriously. So she is surrounded by different types of beauty, right? She is surrounded by typical white girl beauty in Kendall. And she's also surrounded by the exotic adjacent beauty of Kim and Courtney. They're half white, half Armenian, but it's definitely an exotic look that they have. And Kendall is, when she's giving interviews about why she decided at 16 to get lip fillers, she's saying, I always envied Kim's lips. I would always tell Kim, I wish I had big lips like you. So here's 2007. So in 2007, Kylie is 10. Honestly, right here, doesn't this? It looks like she could be like on the Disney Channel right here. It looks like she could be on That's So Raven. Whoa, what a time to be alive. Okay. And we're starting to see it, right? We're starting to see things happening to the lip area. 2013 is when we're 16, for sure. Things have happened by now. Things are happening here in 2013. And there it is. This is that very typical Kylie. That rose colored is just so, it's matte, it's harsh contour, it's dark eyebrows, 100%. Okay, lips getting bigger. Here she's 18, we're 19, and there, wow, a lot has happened here. Okay, so now we're 2016, still a teenager, still 19. So now we're at full on body modification as well as face, and appropriation. It's cornrows, it's lip injections, it's really petite BBL, right? It's boob job here. We're at 19. And isn't it funny? I think Kylie at 19 dressing up as Christina Aguilera is layers on layers on layers. That's a rich text. We see starts off normal, regular looking little white girl, and slowly transform, starts with the lips, then we start doing things to the face. And then we go full on into the white exotic. We go full on into spicy white, Negro adjacency. And by that time, she's dating Tyga. We have cornrows. We have hourglass for sure. All right. So back to the Kylie Cosmetics part of this. She builds this business that becomes really, really big, really, really fast. It builds up Kylie, and then we get to Kylie Cosmetics. And then when does Kylie Jenner sell Kylie Cosmetics? That's in November of 2019. So in November of 2019, she is 22. She sells 51%, a majority stake of Kylie Cosmetics, to Coty, which is this huge international global cosmetics company. And then that allegedly makes her a billionaire. Now, of course, the realty is there's this whole thing in Forbes where Kylie is on the cover and it says first youngest ever self-made billionaire. And then Forbes has to come back and issue mea culpa and say, oh, actually, these numbers look real fishy. And these tax returns that Chris and Kylie submitted to us look very altered. So we're actually going to rescind the title that we bestowed upon her of youngest self-made billionaire. So that was that whole thing there. And that really also speaks to the Kardashian Jenner obsession with narrative building. Let's go back to the idea of beauty is a bad investment, right? I think what the Kardashian Jenners really understand now is, yes, you can get real, real, real big and real famous and real rich off of commodifying desirability, commodifying beauty, but it can only take you so far. And so it makes sense them understanding there is a level of respect and legitimacy that beauty itself is not going to get you. So let's actually, forge some documents around building this business and being, this incredible creative genius and mind and innovator. So that makes sense why they would lie. All right. So she sold it in 2019 for a lot of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, but she did not actually become a billionaire. Now, let's fast forward to now. This is this article, and it's basically about how Kylie used to be the brand. I mean, an innovator in celebrity influencer, creating this big business direct to consumer and using social media to just propel all of these sales, and all of these people on social media who are using your products and loving them and making all of these tutorials, they're basically becoming unpaid brand ambassadors. That's it. That's the formula. And of course, Kylie is this young woman. She's now deemed super, super attractive, super desirable. She goes from dating Tyga kicks him to the curb, then gets with this super cool rapper, Travis Scott. So there's all of that kind of cultural cachet attached to her. And so because people are just interested in her, obviously whatever she's selling, people are going to love. And that works for a long time. But now it's 2022 and Kylie just turned 25. And what this article is talking about is just generally the chatter around Kylie Cosmetics has died way down. And that makes the entire brand, the company, vulnerable. Okay, so here it is, waning interest. Web searches for Kylie Jenner's makeup and skincare lines has declined since its launch, though they remain among the most popular celebrity beauty brands. So here is a peek. This is search volume 2016. And we're down, down, down. I mean, that is dramatic. And that means that Coty, the company that spent hundreds of millions of dollars to get this stake of this company, has got to be a little bit worried. Because are they going to be able to continue to get a good return on their investment? And it also actually supports my thesis about the declining significance of the Kardashian Jenners as a whole, as an institution. Their time is up, their time is past for a number of reasons. So I wanted to really dive into why Kylie Cosmetics, its time has come and gone. And this also connects to people asking me about clean girl. Why has the clean girl aesthetic become a thing? Why are so many young women in particular rushing toward clean girl aesthetic, clean beauty, fewer products, dewy, not matte, lip gloss, slick back hair, easier? That's where we are aesthetically, the girls. And now, the rest of us got to catch up, right? So definitely I've gone from wearing matte lipstick every day to this is my one makeup look that I know how to do. And thank God, because I do think I look cuter in this makeup look, right? And then I thought it was interesting that we see Kylie Cosmetics, it seems like they're trying to catch up to the new clean girl aesthetic, clean girl beauty. But even if you look on their Instagram, it's just not giving. We see Kylie Cosmetics Instagram, right? It's looking a little bit lighter, of course, dewier, glossier, shinier, soft filter. But then we get to Kylie herself, and she is giving a very harsh, old school kind of makeup look. It's like she's trying to do lighter and less and fun. And of course, the other thing about clean beauty now is blush. We're back to being all in on the blush. It's like she's kind of trying to do it, but she can't really commit to it because that's not her thing. It's still giving very harsh. And again, this is a 25-year-old. It's giving mature for sure. And so much of the clean girl beauty aesthetic is about youthfulness. So much of the clean girl aesthetic is about young women saying, oh, I actually want to look like I'm 21. And I want you to be able to see my flawless complexion and my pores. And let me just do a little brow gel and do a little gloss and be out and live my happy, fun, carefree young life. Kylie can't really give that. And so if Kylie, being the preeminent brand ambassador for Kylie Cosmetics, if she, in the way that she presents herself and the way that she shows up, if she can't evolve, then the brand can't really evolve. And then the brand can't survive. I even want to look at Kylie's personal Instagram now, right? Here, still very matte. Kylie is Gen Z, right? But her aesthetic is very millennial because she was always chasing after her older sisters. And because she has committed so much to the millennial aesthetic and sold young people the millennial aesthetic, she is having a hard time. Yeah. And I also wanted to take a look at, she also has Kylie Skin because skincare is the thing. And of course, the rise in skincare is inextricably linked to the rise of the clean girl, clean beauty, aesthetic. because you can only do clean beauty if you got good skin. I mean, obviously, very obviously, she has on makeup here, but whatever, girl.
Morning, it is Met Monday, and I am starting my day with washing my face. I dropped some new clarifying products. This is my clarifying cleansing gel. So I actually washed my face really well, and then I let it kind of sit in my skin.
I don't think it's exactly giving what she wants it to give. And one of the reasons why Kylie can't really pull off the clean girl aesthetic effortlessly is because her face doesn't move. Because she has been injecting her face for so long with all kinds of stuff. I have lots of thoughts about filler and filler face and all that as somebody who has gotten fillers. The more injections you get, there's a point where you can't go back. When you start injecting, you can try to dissolve filler. It doesn't really work. You can kind of try to get back the normal elasticity of an unfilled face. You can try, and she has the money to try everything, but Bareface Kylie is not giving youthful. You can't. It's too late for her. And so that super heavy matte shadow, blush, like that's her thing. That's all she has for us. That is absolutely going to be a key to Kylie Cosmetics not being able to make it through the next, we'll say, 5 years. I talked a couple weeks ago on the Little Kim live about the cosmetic procedure tipping point and how it's so hard to know when you have gone over the edge with cosmetic procedures, especially with filler, because we've ingested all these ideas about, filler is non-invasive, it's not surgery, it's easy, it's reversible. Kylie definitely is past the cosmetic procedure tipping point for sure. And so now, so much of the beauty brands are about fun, ease, authenticity. And this morning when I was thinking about, okay, what would be the anti-Kylie brand? For me, the thing that came to mind as the anti-Kylie brand is Rare Beauty. Let me pull up the Rare Beauty TikTok. So Rare Beauty is Selena Gomez's cosmetics company that truly is dominating TikTok. I literally cannot scroll through TikTok without seeing people using the blush, I'm like, where did this come from? Whoever is behind the launches of Rare Beauty is fucking killing the game. Selena Gomez got to be rich as fuck right now because Rare Beauty is everywhere. Even people who I know are not really fucking with Selena Gomez like that. Y'all were not listening to Selena Gomez on the scene. Y'all were not watching Wizards of Waverly Place. But there is something about the way that Rare Beauty has packaged itself as being not only about ease and fun and carefree and youth, even though Selena's like 30, right? Not that that's old, but it's not teenager. There's even something about the ethos of Rare Beauty that feels so much more 2022. Okay, so this is it. I like that they have the black girls on here. We'll watch a black girl tutorial. I mean, it's like three. It's like 3 steps.
Watch how quick and easy this concealer routine is. I just dot the Rare Beauty concealer in areas I want more coverage and blend.
Share a mascara that changed your life. I'll go first. This one is my literal fave. It's the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara.
So now we can talk about the differences in the Rare Beauty aesthetic versus the differences in the Kylie Cosmetic or the OG Kylie Cosmetics aesthetic. Immediately what comes to mind is the era of the beat face is over, right? I mean, I still spend a long time doing my makeup because, I be on camera for real. And I don't got it like that. But the era of sitting down and just normal every day and spending 45 minutes to an hour carving, chiseling, whatever. And I don't do this. I don't do this every day. In real life, I know it looks weird to look like this in real life. So when I'm really talking to people, I don't do this. But of course, let's rewind. You're sitting down every day, you're sculpting, you're carving, you're chiseling, you're drawing, you're putting on fake eyelashes. We're done with that. Thank fucking God. You know I hate fake eyelashes. These girls, did you see the concealer routine?
Watch how quick
That's
and
it.
easy this
Like, that's it. The girls are like, girl, we don't have time. We are not boss babes. We are not spending 45 minutes putting on makeup. I'm dotting this concealer on my flawless complexion. I'm not putting on any fake eyelashes. Let me use this and put on some gloss and be out of the door. Rare Beauty just launched this new line of lip products. The caption is, makeup made to feel good in without hiding what makes you unique. So smart, that branding. So smart, that copy. Okay.
How did you end it with that guy?
And the new
Gomez's lip routine. 1. Outline lips with kind words matte lip liner.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there. The new lip collection is called Kind Words. It is so anti, that super aggressive girl boss shit. Like Selena Gomez is now literally branding, let's be nice to ourselves. Let's be nice to our bodies. Let's be nice to each other. Embrace what makes you you. Flaws are fine. Show your skin. Now, of course, we have to be real about the fact that you can't do that if you got acne. Like, clean beauty, clean girl that is not accessible to you if you have pores. No. If you are not naturally toward the more privileged end of the beauty hierarchy, is that gonna be super accessible to you? Probably not. But at the very least, we can get more messaging and imaging around, girl, do these 3 steps and go on about your business, okay? You got track practice. Like, Selena is 30 and looks younger than Kylie, who is 25. Man, I do wonder if Kylie has any regrets because she can now only do high glam, high femme. And I feel like that's low-key a little bit of a prison. Especially I, have a thing about filled lips, you know what I'm saying? Lip filler lips with nothing on them do look a little weird. So yes, I think that Rare Beauty is like positioning itself, marketing itself as the anti-Kylie, and it is fucking working. It's winning. I am tempted every day to buy one of those little blushes. And I do all powder products because I have to layer because my skin is definitely imperfect. But I'm like, hey, maybe I could, dot some blush. They're selling it to me, but also ageism is selling it to me because clean beauty, clean girl is inextricably linked to youth and fun. And we know, people have said all the time, wearing so much makeup does make you look older, for sure. Cake does make you look older. And when you're young, you want to look older. When you're 16, 17, and you're surrounded by grown people, you want to cake it on and look 25. When you get to those mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, you realize, oh, baby, these lines, oh, that powder is really settling into those lines. Selena's ethos has been that from speaking about mental health, good that her makeup brand is linked to her personal brand. Yes, and it feels authentic. So I don't really keep up with Selena that much, but I definitely know that I have seen her repeatedly talk about being body shamed, about feeling so much anxiety and being depressed because people were making horrible comments about the way that she looks, her face, You know, she has a rounder face. And of course, you know, the girls know as you get older, we love a round face because it gives youthfulness. It's giving cherub. Okay, seraphim, if you will. Not always being skinny, mini girl. So she has a track record. She didn't just come out with this just to sell us some products, for sure. That's it, you guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Leave a comment down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.